Let's do this! Welcome to the YouTube show dedicated to everyone trying to make a channel. Thank you. Come and listen to a story about a man named Steve sitting on his couch completely at ease. Then one day he was shooting at some food. Out of nowhere popped YouTube. It's a laugh. Well, God's been good to the mice this year, so we're going to try and train them baby mice into the trap. A live trap, because I want to move them outside, because I just have a heart for anything that's on the planet. See that little baby? I don't know if I can get him. Yeah, we got us one. Freedom! But we're going to try and train them mice to go into that trap. You know, I don't mind one, but you go back and look at my videos and I talked about the one mouse and the population exploded. If you set a good trap, you might catch more. Listen hard. I don't know. I heard him in there. Sure, we caught us another. I think it makes 7 now. Maybe 8. So we'll move it outside for nature. The deal is they already are trained to go over there to Sweetie's plate, but I have to empty it and put it over here. And we'll see if they can learn. Mice learn, right? Just like you and I. Gotta give them water. It's Sweetie's cage. No more said. Come on, guys. Enjoy your bread. It's a rabbit cage. Germs, even COVID-19. 10-second sanitation. For the riders, Hillbilly Hippie was the first coat. The mousetrap will be the second coat. There you are, right, sweetie? And for the DIY, do-it-yourself guys, you know, try something new. We're gonna try and do veneer. And for anybody that might be OCD like me, you might limit yourself to 3 cuts is enough. I know, sweetie, you just gotta check everything out. I hope these guys check out my channel. You know, they're trying to build stuff that you gotta throw away. Your computer because it's outdated. You know, your watch. Or just do it yourself. Well, some people wonder why I have so many things going on all at once. You know, I'm writing a book. Yeah, the ultimate goal. But, you know, why do I have this one here and that one there and the drawer down here and the sandpaper all around? It's because, you know, people don't know about double tasking, and it's impossible. Really, you can't do 2 things at once. But you can only put on 1 layer of varnish and wait. And I talk about watching a Western. Racing stagecoaches with a 6-horse team. You know, control 6 horses. Yeah, that'll take some talent. You gotta appreciate art. Here they come. Hot diggity dog. Oh.
You're a strange man, Mr. Lane. don't know about that. Bye, Miss Mo.
Or loading up my computer, or try to talk while I do something, because to me, even just watching somebody sand's a little boring. I know my channel's different. I was asked what my channel's about, you know, and there's got to be a mission statement, or yeah, the camera skills are part of my show, and I don't know what you're looking at, because I'm trying to not release the Kraken, I fix the tripod, and my show with my wife on the last one, I combed my hair, but you know, dang, it was out of place. And I should get some costumes to wear. You know, we got to get rid of them. And we're going to catch them while we double task. Catch the mice. Well, that was number 5, released free out there. And sand another drawer. Hot diggity dog. What do you do? I don't know how long it'll last, so that's the problem with these batteries. It's really hard. And then you gotta charge the battery up. So, the channel could be about how to make a channel. And you know, what is my channel about? Teaching people more or less that if they have a hobby and spend 15, 30 minutes, an hour, depending on how much time you have a day on self-improvement, you know, I'm just doing the carpentry because something I always wanted to do. It's on my bucket list. And I take my time because pretty much what I'm doing is making a channel, not fixing a dresser. If I was focused just on fixing a dresser, I wouldn't get the mice caught. I wouldn't get the lawn mowed, the car fixed. You don't have to sand it too far because each layer helps out. They really look nice. And I've learned everything. And so if you can't afford school, you can learn it all on YouTube.
But that's not all. We're going to study other types of movement, from swing dance to interpretive dance, even mime. We'll draw inspiration from martial arts, musicals, everything.
And do whatever you want to do. And that's why I put education in my hashtags, that, you know, that's reflected. And I want my channel to be more than, I see channels built on gambling. There's one channel that's nothing but fart jokes. And my best views, and I know it, are the stupid little stunts I pull, because nobody wants to pay attention for longer than a minute. You know, if you analyze your view times, that first minute's what catches them. So if you were doing a show, would you put, you know, it's like I was watching my favorite TV shows, you know. And how long's the introduction? Don't you just hate them? Don't you just want to skip right over them? I mean, they even put the button down there that says skip. Yeah. Hot diggity dog, get past this. I've seen it more than once. So I don't know what logo to put on there. And on your shorts, the computer picks the thumbnail. And you have no choice about it. And, you know, whether I've done well at trying to explain that. Now, there's something about if you do it long enough, you can pick your own thumbnail, but, you know, I got so much to do, I haven't really had time to. Well, I tried hooking up a couple of videos and I'm up to 240. That other one was 150. And I've heard that you should dust them in between layers so that you don't have any grit laying on there that might, especially probably if you're using my sandpaper, is not cheap. And so I picked up a couple packs at the $1.25 pack store. You know, it used to be called the dollar store, so that's why I include a little business. Why is it $1.25? Well, because they bumped inflation, and you have to understand inflation in order to get your balance sheet right. And that's why I talk a little business in my show. Because if you don't understand, and then everybody says, well, you're all over the place, Steve. But the deal is it all applies together. You know, my new future son-in-law said when he moved from Belgium that he came with a duffel bag to Cheyenne to go to school. I think is how he put it. I could be wrong. But when he moved to Denver, he had a duffel bag and his TV. And then he moved into an apartment and started collecting some furniture. And it's all an asset. Because what do you have when you move is your net worth. You know, the typewriter's worth $70, the nightstand $75, you know, what's a used TV worth? How much is the dresser really worth? And then I try to go into the concept that if you were in business or had a master's in business, that you would calculate all the numbers and see if you can take a piece of furniture that's been discarded because it got some use. This one's probably from the 50s. I don't know. I don't look at the date and I don't really care, but it's pretty wood, really. It's a veneer with solid wood. And they don't make things out of solid wood, but go to your furniture store and try to price them. And that's why I show you the prices. And maybe I'll do a better explanation today. But one like this might cost $1,500. And, you know, they don't make them exactly like they used to. They made them better in the past, but they've been getting cheaper and cheaper. But you can pay $7,000, $8,000, $6,000, $5,000 for a walnut dresser, because that's where I go into the value of the wood by the cubic inch. You know, to buy that much solid walnut is an investment in your quote business or whatever. And then you'll jump around and go get some 400 sandpaper. If I can find it. Ah, diggity dog. Yeah, Sweetie's been chewing on it. It does help her teeth, so I let her. It's cheap sandpaper from the thrift store. But if you got spare time and want to try and improve yourself, that's what my channel's about. Healthy, wealthier, wiser. You know? And where do you get your education? I get it for free on YouTube. If you really want to know how to redo veneer and whatnot, you know, I like John's Furniture. I don't know if they'll get mad at me for... I like her because she likes rocking chairs too.
And another addition, we've got a steel wire added to 2 eye bolts that are in there, so we're going to remove those for sure. The whole thing is pretty rickety, needs a good re-glue, and another issue we have down here is this rocker's been repaired at one point. It's Trina from John's Furniture Repair, and I'm in the shop today with this beautiful quarter-sawn oak rocker. It's got a...
I'd have to look it up. She does a good job. And she's got a market in some location where people bring their heirlooms to have them restored to new, because nobody wants to see a flaw. Where me, I make do with them, because they don't increase my quality of living. I'm happy with a dresser that holds my clothes, and from a distance people go, wow, doggone, but just like me. If you get up close, you'll notice that I'm in the process of getting my dentures. Boy, I admit that on TV. So if you're going to make a channel, study those that did. You know, and then why, you know, and how. So I don't know what to tell Arlen, my buddy down the street, what my channel's about, because it's more elaborate. It's kind of like a book. You know, people don't even realize that it's a book best read from the beginning. And yeah, while I'm writing this book, I'm just documenting my thoughts on my notepad, which is the YouTube channel. And so we'll try to get a book out, and because I got some advice from my grandpa and I've cherished it, I put it on my show, but you may not know that if you didn't start from the beginning. But my goals are a little larger, because see, they say just write a book, just do it. And you know, I can't type fast enough. That's the typewriter this book was written on. And I don't know if it's in frame. You know, one-handed photography, and try to get somebody to help you. Yeah, the typewriter's there. Once upon a lifetime, it was a small autobiography. All right, now autobiographies don't sell very well. But if you look at my channel, I'm trying to market, because it's a business channel, and it's all advertising for whatever. And like everything I teach myself, it's like, oh, work out the problems, overcome adversity. Yep, you know, what can I say? And I'm old. I don't know it all. Well, I'm satisfied. But if you're going to be trying to do something, it might be more intricate than showing you how a project goes from start to finish. If you follow along with my little soap opera idea, you'll see it develop based on how much of my camera and the batteries. I don't know about the green thing. Yeah, for the environment, I'm trying to catch the mice. So, am I an environmentalist? That's what I call myself, because it's more than just trying to, an ecologist. I think about the entire environment, that the mice need to feed the birds, the grass needs to feed the rabbits, and yeah, we all know that. See, but society will try and tell you, you're not a scientist, you didn't learn how to study nature, and we're going to throw facts at you. You know, if you watch that show, you know, I don't know the exact numbers, and Einstein says you could look them up. And yeah, that's what everybody wants, is instant gratification. Google, and Sandy searched it, 34, 37, I can't remember exactly how many millions of people wear dentures. Now you think about it, and in the long run, a great percentage of them are old, like me, or older, because your teeth wear out scientifically, and depends on genetics for enamel, and how often you brush, and do you floss, and yeah, I've done it all, but you know, I keep trying to say that my great-great-grandpa in the story has wooden teeth. My grandfather had like the first kind of dentures, and Grandpa had dentures, and Dad had dentures my whole life that I can remember. So, I don't know. Was it because he ate sugar? The killer, I do sift all the sugar out of my maple oatmeal that these animals seem to like. Try it with your pets. Mine's, you know, probably if you put water in it, your dogs would lap it up. In a heartbeat. Grain, you know, they're eating corn anyway. Yeah, well, my first podcast, we're looking at the little blue squirrel, my logo. And so I don't know what you'd rather look at, my old shirt that I keep trying to say I ain't throwing it out because I'm going to get dirty today. And that's just me being eccentric like Einstein. You know, why waste the money? It still fits me the best and still keeps me warm, and I'm not afraid to go out and get it caught on a fence or a roof or a ladder or a tree limb or a rose bush, you know, because I'm working. And I didn't mean to offend anybody by saying that. I know, see, I'm trying to make money on the computer, and work is anything you do that makes money. But a business takes 3 to 5 years. And this is a hobby business because I went to work every day. Kept the same job forever. Sandy and I were talking about that. I did get her on the show, guys. You know, try and get somebody to get on your show. You know, the only one that'll do it, you know, throw in some gimmicks, you know. I don't know. I'm trying to make you laugh, you know. So I got my little clipboard. If you look, I picked it. I even paid for that one, $15. But I'm still working on a title, Enrich Your Life and Finances. Is that the title of my autobiography? Because I'm trying to write an autobiography that somebody would read because it might improve their business skills or their carpentry skills or just the valuation of turn and flip. You know, well, this might help our kids. And I keep trying to tell them that, like, even my Sony camera, it has 14 minutes of battery time. I still got battery left, guys. Hot diggity dog. Well, I've kept it 10 years. You know, they're trying to build stuff that you got to throw away. Your computer because it's outdated. You know, your watch, whatever. But that's their market plan. The old market plan used to be buy once, buy right, and get every dime out of it. And that's how you'll increase your net worth, by not wasting money. Or just do it yourself. Okay, so if you went to work, this thing would cost $1,500 plus tax. Now, you get taxed when you make money, so you lose 25% of your income, and I'm just using a number. And so for every $1,000 you get $750. So you would have to make $2,000 at your job, then get taxed, then pay $1,500 plus tax on this item, and you could make one nice enough to give your woman. And my woman's decided, damn, they're freaking pretty good. They got a couple flaws like you, Steve, but you know, overall, it's good enough. And who's gonna see it? You know, I like bragging a little bit, and know you do, so when they come into your house and you want it to look perfect. But I live in my home, raised a family in my home, and I had dogs, and they drag mud into the house, so my house is built to, you know, without, you know, I don't want to have to take off my shoes when I walk in, you know, and worry about, will it look good for somebody that may never be coming over? That's a rabbit party, you know. Shit, I've invited everybody up and down the block to come to a party, sit in the backyard and have a conversation. But most people didn't learn how to do a conversation, but I learned it because I'm older, and I was at a time when conversations, you know, well, you know, why aren't you sitting in front of the TV all the time? And now everybody sits in front of Nintendo. But I don't know how much you can take, you know. Or what you want to hear. You want to learn something about business, finances, retirement, sitting on your ass and enjoying your life? Because enrich your life is about the people that are around you. And, you know, I know it was foreboding in my woman's room, and I'll be canceled because I grew up at a time when it was cool, but it's an addiction, and everybody says they can stop it, but that's the people that never got started. And so why judge me on it? Tell me I'm a sinner when God won't look at me like that. I don't believe. And you can quote, the body is the temple, and I'll say that probably that meant your mind. What are your thoughts? Are your thoughts clean? You know, mine are clean, but they're real. We got a mosquito. A little wildlife. Yeah, just because I have the rabbits. I use the rabbits. If you're going to make a channel, I tell you, use what you got. I started trying to show them that they can do it on a not a sponsor, my $150 Samsung, yeah, I brought the case. I buy once, buy right. It's pretty good, Galaxy A5. But I made a lot of my first videos with a $150 camera. Now every kid nowadays has one. Everybody has one. And it does take the pictures in the format they want for, portrait format they want for shorts. And so if I do it with my camera, I gotta flip all the screens and crop and edit, and it takes time. How far do you want to go? 15 minutes a day. All I'm saying is budget improvement of yourself. 15 minutes a day, and once a week you could put out a really fine short. Or a 5-minute show that nobody wants to stick around for. Unless somehow I could get your interest. And I've been at it since March 27th, 2023, documented on my channel. Go back and look, like I say, if it's a book, start from the beginning, and read through it. And remember, it's just my notes for the final frontier. But if I could make it a soap opera while I write the book, my plan's intricate, a little crazy. And DIY does good, guys. Do it yourself. Everybody wants to learn that because they want nice furniture free. Because they do, and you do. Everyone out there is smarter than a whip, but they'll tell you you don't understand. But you do. Everybody knows how to count their money to a point, and then they see our kids can't even count change back at the store. If it wasn't in the computer, see everybody belittling our youth when, Einstein would say, why do I have to even think about that if I could just look at the computer and it says $4.99 change? It's easier to count that than it is to subtract $6.99 from $10. And I'm sure everyone out there could do it, so I know you're not that. So, but they won't look at it. They're out there trying to push that we're all dumb, but we're all really smart. Are you a scientist? Do you know how to, all it does is take a little observation every day. And I'm learning more and more about rabbits, and was trying to explain the whole scientific study of rabbits is a hobby. But scientific study takes time. And so I have all this information collected slowly over 6 years with Freckles. And she's learned certain things, but she's completely wild and will follow me around the yard. But she won't let me touch her. And these rabbits have a 3-foot rule. Even Sweetie's real close, man. When they were babies, I could pet them, but something like the will to survive kicks in, and their innate instincts happen to where they don't want to be touched or held. You all have dogs that don't want to be held. But they will come up to you and let you pet them. Freckles gets close, checks me out. I mean, Sweetie, I misspeak once in a while. A lot. Oh, come on, laugh. So I don't know how much you want to hear, but I do thank you all. You've seen my card. Look at that. Youth truth. And it's for our youth, and I'm trying to tell the truth. I can do whatever I want, sit on my porch and catch mice. I haven't caught one yet. But we'll train them up the ladder into the live trap so I can release them into the wild. Subscribe. Become a... I got 85. Is it more than you have? I know it's nothing great, but to me, it's a pretty good start. It's a parabolic curve. It'll grow. And we'll come out to the flower garden, buy some shelter, see if we got anything. I don't know this time because it's not jumping. It's left all night. So, help me build the fire. Spark it up. Throw some of your best wood on. Help them kids use the computer to make a buck. Stoke it up. And let's help our youth today. Like, subscribe, comment, share. So just keep fanning that fire. Throw on some more wood. Let it grow. Try something new. Not a sponsor. Veneer. Maybe we'll come up with something beautiful. Don't listen to trolls. Naysayers. And please, don't be a bobblehead. And that fire will grow. And you'll have something unique, just like you. And that fire will grow. I'm a copycat a little bit. My grandpa wrote the book on that typewriter, and he used to write professionally for a column for a newspaper, and it was half sense and half nonsense. So that might be my motto. And playing with these cameras, shucky darn. Like, subscribe. The Youth Truth Show. Thought it might be a podcast. But if you type it in, YouTube podcast, you'll find it. Or you could go at YouTube Show. Do-it-yourself business 101 with a little wildlife thrown in, even if they're mice. Where's that guy? Oh. Scared it. But I got their food moved from her plate to the trap. We'll get them. And remember, it's do-it-yourself, so I have to work the camera, I have to do the editing, I have to do it all. But you can do it. Yeah, they're looking for it now. I got them gonna trap them. And wildlife photography is tough. You know, but we're gonna release them. Release the Kraken. Oh, where is it? It's over there in the trap. So if you want to be a writer, that might be considered a story, a short story in audio-visual presentation, and that's why you might want to stick in all my short stories. Well, I do a backyard scientific study on the American cottontail. The babies were born in my yard and I got it on film. So if you want to be a writer, autobiography, because that's what I know the most about. My walk through life and, the lovers. And my advertising campaign, not sponsors, is stuff that I use in my daily life, because as a frugal man I found it of great value, because I'm not listening to bobbleheads. I'm just going with the flow, enjoying myself at my old age, playing with my camera, because I always wanted to be a wildlife biologist. Where the hell is he? There he is. It's over there. A little bit of advice. You have to overcome your faults. I can't type. I'm handicapped on the computer. But the camera is my ADA tool. Hot diggity dog. Believe it or not. You can overcome. Adapt and overcome. That's what the Marines tell you. And we'll try to make a buck. Help me out. And the ending could go on and on and on. Not a sponsor. And check out some old TV.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Jet and all his kid. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Little Billy, that is, says Sparrow, take shoes off. Y'all come back now, yeah?
It's gonna be hard work. We need a new routine, something amazing and fresh.
You baited inside, the trap's been sprung, 'cause there's nothing there. Well, spring is sprung, and I couldn't blame 'em for wanting to hang out at the beach house in the winter. Damn, I wish I could keep that still. One night, it already built a nest. It's a nice home for a field mouse, Hope it makes it. But there are cats, man. The cats are out. Freckles hasn't come for 2 days. Give it some oatmeal. Well, spring is sprung, and I couldn't blame 'em for wanting to hang out at the beach house in the winter. Damn, I wish I could keep that still. Holes are the worst. And that's why editing is really hard for me. So if you want to see it on the big screen, it's not a sponsor. Go to the Youth Truth Show. And my camera skills are part of the show. Hot diggity dog, and learn how to earn a professional wage. Well, I thought I'd come talk to you for a minute, Freckles. Don't know. How you been? Whoa! That was good, huh?